back to the Higher Heart Warrior channel. My name is Hadija. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it that you are taking the time to watch this reading. And today's reading is going to be messages or guidance from the goddesses. So before I get into the card selection, these readings that I do all have Reiki healing energy infused into them. So if you'd like to receive the benefits of that, just say yes in your mind or out loud. Also, a couple of things came through before I started even recording. Honeybees. There could be a goddess that is sending you a sign of honeybees. Also, grandfather clocks that chime when they reach like a certain hour. And the number 6 and the letter G and the letter S. So with that said, the timestamps are going to be in the description, so you could head down there to click on your pile. Otherwise, we're going to jump right into the card selection. I like to do it on screen so that you can see the process and help you kind of tap into the energy so that you can see which pile would really be for you. So we're going to start messages, guidance, and insights for the collective of pile 1. Pile 2 and pile 3. Goddess's message for pile 3. All right. Messages for pile 1. Have you ever worked with a goddess before? Let me know in the comments. One of the first goddesses I worked with, like, consciously put the effort of like researching how to connect with them better was Hecate, and very, very helpful. If you're watching this pile selection, the number 9 or 18 and the goddess Henna, I'll show you what it says in the guidebook. There's also a QR code if you'd like. You can go ahead and get more information, because this deck, they have like a full PDF, so it's got a lot of information there. In the piles, I will also be showing from the guidebook for those cards as well. And let's get back into it for pile number 1, please. Goddess messages. All right. Pile 2. Oh, all right. Pile 2. And pile number 3. Okie dokie. Messages from goddesses. Pile 1. Pile 2. All right. That's wild. And then pile 3. Goddesses have a lot to say, apparently. And then these are pile selectors to help you really hone in on which pile could be for you. But don't try to make messages fit if they're completely irrelevant for your life, okay? So for pile 1, 2, then we got some angel numbers. Some letters. Pile 2. And then pile 3. All right, pile 3. And then some more numbers. Pile 2. No way. Sorry. Well, since I could see these two, pile 2, you get a sneak peek if you watch this. Pile 3. All right, so I will see you at the card selection. Pile selection. This was the card selection. All right, so if you would like pile 1, you have your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Aries, Leo. All right. Okay. Leo, Taurus, or Virgo. You've been seeing the angel number 1818, the letters W, A, Y, or H, or the numbers 36, 34, 11, or 10. For pile 2, you have your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Aquarius, Gemini, Capricorn, or Pisces. You've been seeing the angel number 222, the letters Z, R, S, E, or F, or the number 8, 52, 32, or 22. And for pile number 3, we have Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus in Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Sagittarius. You've been seeing the angel number 1515, the letters D, P, L, or J, or the numbers 45, 17, 44, or 56. You can see the description for your timestamp, and I will see you at your pile. Pile number 1. This is your pile. If you've been seeing the letter W, A, Y, or H, the angel number 1818, the number 36, 34, 11, or 10. Or if you have your Sun, your Moon, or Rising, or Venus sign in Aries, Leo, Virgo, or Taurus, then that's extra confirmation that this is for you. Today we're getting messages from the goddesses for you right now. So first we have Yi. Okay, in the last reading I did messages from your ancestors, Yi came out in one of the piles. So if by any chance that was the pile that you saw, well, that's pretty cool. But if not, Yi is the energy of the sun. And given that we have optimism here, I think that's a good sign for you. She's also the Aboriginal goddess of the sun. So Australia could be significant for you in some way. What else? Shut the front freaking door. You've got to be kidding me. The Wawalag sisters. Let me just double check before, hold on. I'm fairly certain that's also Aboriginal. Fairly certain. Not 100%. Here's the QR code. You can look up the full meaning of the Wallalag sisters, but it's interesting because it says the sisters symbolize creation and cultural preservation. Their archetype embodies nurturing and assertive qualities, offering lessons in balance and protection. And given that you also have Yi, again, sun energy, creative energy, more masculine energy. It's so before I even started doing the reading, I was getting that goddesses aren't simply feminine energy. Goddesses embody masculine and feminine, just like we do. We all do. We all have masculine and feminine qualities. And the thing about these goddesses that have come out for you so far is three, are coming from a more assertive. Oh, and then you also have Aries and Leo, Virgo and Taurus. And at least for Aries and Leo, and even Taurus, actually even Virgo, all of the, so far, okay. There's something about you creating and being optimistic about those creations that these goddesses in particular want you to embody. But like it says in this guidebook, there's a level of protecting your creations as well. And not just the creations, but the cultural significance of those creations. So for some of you, this could be the goddess is coming through being like, hey, maybe their goddess is associated with your culture, maybe not. Maybe it's a culture that really sits with your soul and there's something for you to look into further there. This is so interesting. But you, Pile 1, you have quite a few cards, so I want to keep moving and see what else comes out. Sensitivity, White Tara. Oh my God, there's an ant crawling on me. So, this is also, the Wawalog Sisters was also about community. So, and the fact that an ant was just crawling on me, I'm going to interpret that as being part of a colony, a community with a goal to create. I don't know if you've ever seen ant farms or even just their vast networks of tunnels. This is very rich. I'm going to need to get more on White Tara. Then we have Leap of Faith, Unag, Easy Does It. Okay. I'm going to, again with action for Leap of Faith. But then we have right after action, there's no need to hurry or force things to happen. So it could be that you, Pile 1, have this well of optimism and creative juices that are flowing, and you really want to get out there and you want to spread the word and you want to share your creations with the world. The thing is, though, you need to do your best to find the correct environment, the correct audience. This kind of came through in one of my reels that I did. The correct audience and environments, and also community members to create with. It's not about jumping ahead. Yes, there is an element of taking a leap of faith, but for you, Pal, when I feel like it's less of forcing these creations to be made with a group of people or a community that aren't on the same wavelength as you. Where you want to go, the direction you want to take these creations, the outlet, the medium, the way you want to make these things come into fruition. It's not about just because certain people are around you or have always been around you, maybe they're not the best people to join you on this endeavor. Maybe it's about, for you, this leap of faith would be finding a new community, creating even a space for a new community so that you don't have to force people to go in the direction you want your creation to go in. Okay, and then we have Yasigi, Live Out Loud, and Nana Valuku, Seasons. It could be that you're also a very outspoken person when it comes to something that you're so very passionate and hopeful and optimistic about. And so it can be harder for you to not hurry things, to not make things fit, force things to fit where they don't necessarily fit. And you're starting to become more sensitive to the imbalance, to the dissonance between the people around you maybe that you're used to being around versus newer people who would jive better, flow better with, and more easily with the direction that you're wanting to head in. And for you, that could be the leap of faith, is stepping outside of the community that you're already part of to find a new one, to create a new one. But the thing is, if you're able to do that, Pile 1, it'll flow a lot easier. Because it could also be that it isn't exactly this right moment right now. It's not the right moment for you to be in the creative phase, in the action phase. But that doesn't mean that you're not meant to be living out loud. That's not the message at all. The message is nourish that and make sure you have that foundation for success by starting off on the right foot. Because it'll take you longer to rebuild if you start off in a place, in an environment, in relationships where there is that disharmony, that dissonance. Oh, and didn't I say in the when I was shuffling the cards, when I was pulling the card piles, the number 6 is harmony. And we also have the number 6 here for Virgo. And then 51 is a 6. So the number 6, Pile 1, definitely significant for you. It's harmony, it's balance, it is doing things in the right season. Let's see if this is the right season. Well, I mean, I think that's pretty much the message, but let's see what else the goddesses have to say. Something about this community, the amount of effort, the amount of force that it would take you to, you, Pile 1, would be able to create whatever this endeavor is, whatever this project is, it would be created. The thing is, the amount of effort it would take you to create it in this environment, with this group of people, with this community, would exceed your reserves. And you would need to, you'd burn out. It would take you a hell of a lot longer for it to be sustainable. So that is why the goddesses are coming through to say, remain optimistic, remain hopeful, but do take some time to create or find a better environment to create a sustaining long-term success for this project, this creation that you're trying to put out into the world. So that you don't end up needing an extended period of rest. Anything else for Pile 1? Okay, well. That's great. So the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and then the 7 of Cups reversed. Pile number 1, the goddesses are coming through to let you know that you will have this comfort, this emotional stability, this clarity of options if you take on this guidance. You could choose to go ahead and push through and take the action regardless. It's just a matter of how long it takes you to get there. Okay, I think that's pretty much it for you, Pile number 1. Thank you so much for joining me. And I do post videos every week, Saturday at 8 a.m. If you'd like to go further into this, you can head to my website, higherheartwarriorchannel.com, and we can get some specific, detailed messages and guidance for you. So thank you, and I will see you in the pile number 2. This is your pile if you've been seeing the letter Z, R, S, E, or F, the angel number 222, the number 8, 52, 32, or 22. If you have your sun, your moon, rising, or Venus in the sign of Aquarius, Pisces, Capricorn, or Gemini. That's extra confirmation that this is your pile. So I do want to point out a little bit something obvious. Pile 2, clearly the number 2 is important for you. The number 2 is very important. We have 22, 32, 52, 222. Okay. Let's get into your messages and guidance from the goddesses. First, we have Epona, wise leadership, the number 14. Okay. Wise leadership. Pele, the number 43. Ostara, fertility. Oh, and then you did get a bunch of these. So before I flip over those, something the goddesses would like you to know is that now's the time. Now's the time. It's like you could have come from pile 1, but if not, you may be at a time in your life where you've been less in like a creative energy and more in a restful energy. So you haven't necessarily been doing or putting things out into the world, and rather you've been going internally, doing some house cleaning, some inventory of how you feel. And that's good because it's the mark of a wise leader. The thing is, though, also leaders do things. They lead by example. They model behavior for the people around them. Now is the time for you, pile 2, to really come back into balance, because it could be that there's an element of a little bit of, fear of being stuck in, I don't know, like being titled or labeled, depending on what it is that you create. That's kept you from creating what it is that you're really passionate about, what's been coming to you to be created, the ideas that have been dropping in to your mind to be created. You've been putting them on the back burner. For some of you, it could be not wanting to be judged for your creations or having your creations be judged. The thing is, though, it's time to take that action. Now is the fertile time. It is the perfect time to start the new project, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. All right, let's see what the African goddess rising has for you. Shut up. Shut up, shut up, shut up! Mojajji, manifestation, the number 9. And then we have feeling safe. Dude, freaking dude, man. Oh, I love it when that happens. Okay. You can't make it up. And then Marie Laveau, good juju. All right. Pile 2, that's it. That's what you got. No, I'm just kidding. But like, really though, like what more? It's laid out for you. Everything that I just said, bringing into balance by creating, feeling safe creating, and then for good juju, I just want to and I'm also going to show you Pele from this deck too, but first I want to see good juju just because. Great luck is yours now. You've been granted the greatest inheritance. Embrace your divine abundance. You have good juju. This is a time of increase for you. You are heiress to a rich heritage of divine prosperity. Accept your ancestral inheritance. Good juju is abundance. Luck is being supported by the universe. Abundance is the goddess way. Just as you want abundance for those who come after you, your creator embraces wealth for you too. All I do is win, okay? All you do is win, pile number 2. Once you step into and you create what's been calling to be created through you, reinvent yourself, okay. The challenge for you to overcome would be to take leadership by creating, by transforming how it is that, because the thing about, well, being worried about the creations that you create being judged by others is that comes from a place of fear, obviously, but also past experiences. The thing is, for you to really step into balance and to create, you just gotta not give a fuck. People have opinions about everything. Some of them are valid, others are just projections. And a lot of the times, the people whose words are the most pointed are the ones who don't feel safe creating, and so they are projecting those fears onto you. So if it's going to happen anyway, you might as well have fun. You might as well do what it is that you want to do, what makes you passionate, what makes it worthwhile to create. Okay, pile 2? Get out there, put your stuff out there. You got this. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you'd like to go deeper, head to higherheartwarriorchannel.com for a personalized healing and reading combo. I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Welcome back, pile number 3. This is your pile if you've been seeing the letter D, P, L, or J, the angel number 1515, the number 45, 17, 44, 56, or if you have your sun, your moon, your rising, or Venus in Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, or Sagittarius. So pile 3, today your messages are going to be from the goddesses. Messages, guidance from the goddesses. And we're going to jump right into it. We have Kali. Liberation. It's so interesting because the other 2 piles in this reading so far have been about creativity as well. You may have come from one of those piles. Look at the imagery on this card. Piercing. And then we have Azili. I don't think I've gotten this one before. The number 16. I'm gonna have to look this up because I'm not familiar with her. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. And then Asasaya, joy. The number 16 could really be significant for you. Pile 3. Let's see what this says. I haven't used this deck a lot, but shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Okay, pile 3. The reason I'm saying shut up is because you can see that, right? Azili, enjoy the pleasures of life. And then we have joy, Asasaya. They're both the number 16, which breaks down to a 7. Okay, pile 3. This is a goddess reading, and this Azili literally teaches you to take care of your divine femininity. It says, let her energy inspire you to find joy in the pleasures of life. So pile 3, I think the combination of goddesses here are coming to liberate you from repressing your creative expression, your connection to your creativity. Because you may have been going through a part of, like with Maeve here, with the cycles and rhythms, I feel like it could have been similar to pile 2, where for a long time you haven't been feeling your creative self, feeling that, accessing that part of your soul, which is the creative part. It happens. For the longest time, I also didn't. But now's the time. Now's the time to really find what it is that you enjoy creating. Even if you're not sharing it with anybody, just create. Because it'll bring you a sense of liberation. There's a part of your soul that really does want to create, really, truly. And it could even be because Azili does talk about the body, the more sensual, meaning the senses, the physical. It could even be that for you, pile 3, dancing, moving your physical body. It doesn't have to look pretty, just something at first, or even at all. Because then also we have honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. So it could be that you used to enjoy dancing when you were a kid, and the goddesses have come in today to remind you of that joy, of that liberating feeling that you got when you were dancing. You didn't care if other people were watching. You just did it because it felt good. It brought you joy. Let's see. What is this creativity for pile 3? Okay, so you could see the devil card and be like, oh no, it's the devil. Well, no, the devil card speaks of being trapped in illusions. For some of you, like I said, it could be that you haven't created anything in such a long time because you've become bogged down by the responsibilities and the day-to-day humdrum adult life. Let's put it like that. And the illusion there is thinking that you can't be taken seriously if you're creative. Not the case. Not the case. That's all I'll say. That's not the case. It is if you think it is, right? Like if you believe that to be the case, then you're going to act in ways that make that belief manifest, that make that belief your reality. But with Kali here, she's trying to liberate you from the trap that is denying yourself the physical pleasures of the world, of this human experience. What about Maeve? Yeah, it's been burdensome. I'm sure you didn't set out to stop creating. I'm pretty sure you didn't set out to stop creating. It's just that the burdens of, again, everyday life became a lot to handle and stifled that joy, stifled that creative spark. But again, I keep coming back to Kali. Because she was the first card out, I feel like she's really leading the charge here to give you the sword to cut yourself from these ties that bind you to that idea that you can't be creative and responsible at the same time. You can't enjoy life and have stability. What could pile 3 enjoy most? Well, hold on, that's a lot. Let me... What about this joy card? What does pile 3 need to know about joy? All right. The Chariot card is about, well, one meaning is victory. Another is basically all gas, no brakes. You'll get there. It's victory. It is assured. And again, this goes back to what I was just saying about what you believe. If you believe that you can't create and enjoy life while also taking care of responsibilities, that's what's going to be. Because it's a thought, it's a perspective that you have. But once you believe that you can have joy, all gas, no brakes. Full speed ahead. This whole period, this whole cycle that you've been going through where you haven't been creating was a part of your soul's lessons, your soul's karma. Not punishment. Karma isn't punishment. It's almost, that's too simplistic. It's, you need to be able, and I mean, it's kind of cliche, but you need to experience not having joy in order to really treasure joy. But once you decide that you want to step into that creative role, to change your perspective, to carve out the time for you to be creative, again, even if you don't share it with anybody, even if you're just dancing in your room by yourself or singing, in the shower. The whole point is you've come to the end of that cycle. You've learned all you can from those burdens, from those traps, from those illusions. And now Kali, Azili, Maeve, and Asasaya have come in to help you step into the next cycle, because you've completed this one successfully, okay? Pile 3, with the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck, you've completed it, and now it's time to bring things back into balance. Setting out to be firm but fair with yourself. Because it's not fair to not create. Like, that's not fair to your inner child. That's not fair to your soul, right? I hope that was helpful, Pile 3. I do post every Saturday at 8 a.m. And I appreciate your comments, your likes, and your subscription. Let me know in the comments if you'd like a follow-up on this, because this is pretty interesting. And if you'd like to dive deeper for personal reading, you can head to higherheartwarriorchannel.com. And otherwise, I will see you in the next reading. Thank you.